Hey everybody, Sharon here. I hope we're live. Let me just check on my page here, and you can check on yours. I might share it with my group. We're going to be using Unicorn Gel Stain SPiT. Have you ever used it before? I'd love to know in the comments if you've just joined me. We'll just have a little look-see, make sure we're good on my page to go. Welcome to my page here at I Restore Stuff. If you're new and you've never watched me live or never been to my page before, give me a wave. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I'd love to hear from you. Just got to find my comments, or Celia's going to be helping me today behind the camera just to see if we've got some comments going. And yes, we are good to go. All right, so haven't used this product before. It's fun. It looks like lots of fun. Let me just show you some of the colours. So it's like a stain. So it sort of is penetrating the pores of your wood, the wood grain. So you've got such bright and beautiful, think unicorn thoughts, you know, beautiful bright colours. So check out this blue. We've got, is that the colour? Blue Thunder. Yep. Blue Thunder, isn't that gorgeous? And that's really bright colour. That's what I've got on the top of here. Guys, this is what I just came up with this morning. Just did that so quick and easy to do. Let me show you how on the other side, but I just wanted to wait for a few more people to jump on. Come and check out what we're doing today. Look at this green here. So you can see the lovely grain of the wood still coming through. These are just old pine bed slats that I've just chopped up, ready to make for sample boards to just show some of the things. This one's called Navajo Jewel. I haven't got my glasses on, so okay, what's the colour called? There's a beautiful grey and a whitewash, so won't they look fantastic? They actually look really nice together for like a grey wash on top of a table or something, and such a lovely smooth finish. So it's a water-based product. I've tried out black last night, so with the black gel stain, it is called Midnight's Blackness. So it is a really nice dark black, and that's painted straight on, but then I watered down my brush a little bit, and look, you can get an even lighter colour on the back just to make that stain a little bit more transparent so you can see the wood. Now, I've read up a little bit. Always do your research, read up on your products, and what you need to put over the top of that is actually Celia read up on it for me. I lie. I read up on it. I got Celia to read up on it. We need to put an oil-based product on top of this to seal it in, okay? So that's a top tip for you there. So I wanted to show you how I created this look here, super quick this morning, by using this Unicorn Gel Stain SPiT stuff. I love it. I love the name, don't you? So I'm going to just flip this around so that we can work on the other side. And if you've joined me and you usually see me over on Essential Stencils Facebook page, I will be going live over there using this same bedside drawers, and I'm going to be showing you how to stencil the front of the bedside drawers, like the drawer set. So what we have here, we've sanded it right back to raw wood, or like it, yeah, it's pretty raw, and so there's no varnish or anything left on top of that, and that's the best idea, you know, really, for using a stain, is to make sure it's on raw timber. I'd love you to jump in on the comments and just say hello. Where are they coming from? Has anyone ever got any waves? Anyone from Australia who's never used Unicorn SPiT before? See if I can see any.
We've got 10 people, 11 people on.
Okay, thanks Lisa. Yes, I'm loving it too. Isn't that awesome? So let me just grab my brush that I was using earlier on the other side, if you saw that. So to get that ombre effect, I'm going to start at the top with this darker blue colour, and I've got a link in the description of this live of where you can find your Unicorn SPiT. It ships from the USA if you're in Australia. If you're in the USA, even quicker. But it's really beautiful stuff. So it's bright, beautiful, vivid colours, but as I said before, you also get the whites and those kind of colours. So we're going to go for the top with this blue, and then we're going to blend it down the bottom to this, what do you call that, aqua kind of a colour? It's turquoise, they call it. Zia. So what I've done is I'm going to put some in a little jar. Now when they come, they do have a seal in the lid, so make sure you twist off your top, remove the seal first, and then put a bit into with a squeeze bottle You can put them in, or you could paint them straight on if I was, you know, turned up. If I lay the dresser straight down, you can actually work on it that way. Yes, working on a flat surface. All right, so I'd love to know if you've used a unicorn spit before. It's a thing, guys. It's a thing. But look how bright and vivid that colour is. And I'm just going to just drag it down. So because it's a gel stain, it really is nice and smooth to use. Because it's a gel stain, it's penetrating the wood, so you do see some of the wood grain. And as it dries, if you saw my sneak peek before from the other side, you'll see how lovely it dries. So, need more. I'm just using about that much on the end of my brush. That's all you need. So I'm starting at the top, just dragging it down because we're going to be doing an ombre blended look. Well, let's just call it a blended look. You just want to make sure that you got all of the grains, you don't have any little bits of wood showing through. You can see that in the little white grains as they come through. So we're just going haphazardly. I've gone a little bit further down here, a little bit less up there, because we're blending. Has anyone else blended before? It's a fun technique. I just honestly did it for the first time this morning on the other side of this dresser. Can you believe that? But I have watched lots of people do this, and it's just such a lovely technique to use. If you've got any questions, let me know. But honestly, I'm trying this for the first time, but I can tell you a few things about it, and you can look up unicorn spit gel stain. Yeah, can you see that? You can see the grain of the pine board coming through. Now I do want to get just this front part of the dresser as well, so I'll just move it around so you can kind of see that. You might be able to see a little peek of the other side over here. Okay. And just finishing off that. Such a vivid bright blue, but once it goes on, it sort of tones down a little bit as it dries, I've found. Sort of just blend that down to the other side. All right, so we've got that part done. And now I'm going to just put here's a tip for the brush I'm using today is a Klingon, and it's an S50. I'm just going to wipe off the rest of that. And the S stands for short. So it's a short handle, so it doesn't have the regular long handle, but it's weighted so that it still works well in your hand and it's the right proper weight. But I do love the shorter handle for getting into shelves. So if you're in a bookshelf and you're painting and your brush keeps knocking the top of the shelf, it can be very handy for that. Here's a hint: put your brushes in a plastic bag if you're going to be using them later for another coat or anything, which I plan to be doing. And here we will use, I actually might grab a new brush because this brush has got some blended colour in it. So it's actually got some of the darker blue mixed in on the brush, because here's what we did. Let me just use this one. So we're using this gorgeous colour to put on the base and blend upwards. So how are you liking it so far? It's quite vivid. It's a little bit of a sea beachy look, I feel like. All right, I'm going to tip it back because I want to get this right down the base first and then move it upwards. But I don't want to touch this just yet because I don't want it to blend onto the brush just yet. I want to get as much of the actual bright colour of this turquoise colour, whoops, down on the bottom. I'm really liking the bright colour. I'm not really, I haven't done a lot of bright colours. I'm usually more of the vintage colours rather than the vibrant colours, but this is just gorgeous. And you can see that it is a stain look. Now, if I didn't want this to be as dark and stark, I can always just not use it like a paint. I can use it as a stain and actually rub it back so that I'm not seeing so much the streaks. But you know what? It's dried really nicely on here, and you can see the pine, the grain in the wood there. So let's add some more. And it's all a matter of playing, guys, and seeing, you know, seeing how you like to use it best. Always say, just have a go at a product, and they come in a couple of different sizes actually. These are the smaller sizes. So now I'm working upwards and I'm going to start blending it with that darker blue. And you'll start to see some of that darker colour blending in with it. I'm using Unicorn SPiT. Who else loves that name?
You're never going to forget it.
If you jump on, let me say, just tell me where you're tuning in from. Have we got some American people here today? Or are we Aussies whose kids have gone back to school if you're from Australia? My daughter went back today.
Julie says, very hot in country Victoria, 40
Oh,
degrees.
yes.
Rebecca says, nicer weather in Brisbane today.
Oh, yay. Hey, Rebecca from Bris Vegas. I'm in south of Brisbane.
Illinois and Lisa from Wisconsin. We're doing well.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for joining in. And yeah, it's gorgeous colour. So we're just blending that up. But I can still see some little faint bits of wood here, so I'm working my way up. And these bits here will be a little bit more blended. Not forgetting that I want to do this base colour here as well.
And we have got Marsha from Barcelona.
Oh, Marsha, that's great. Glad you could join us. All right, so working on these bits here.
Yeah, I love it.
What I want to do is grab my water spray just to get a little bit more of a blend here happening. I'm trying not to spray my laptop, that would be bad. Okay. Just wetting it, and watch what happens as we wet it. You just see a little bit more of a blend rather than the brush strokes. I'm liking it. Now I want to go back with my blue, just add a little bit more of the blue. But I'm using this brush. Just work with me here.
And Judith wants to say, are you finding our current high temps and humidity make a difference with how paints react?
Yeah, they definitely dry faster, I find. Even in the humidity, I find they still dry really quickly. Obviously, the drier the heat, the quicker they dry, so yeah. Okay, so just blending with that a little bit more to get the darker blue down into that.
Yeah. Sharon Hicks,
There we
she's
go.
never heard a Unicorn SPiT, but oh my goodness.
Yes.
So great.
Isn't it amazing? It's really colourful. So what I want to do now is let that dry, and let me see if I can just show you. If you've just joined me, I'll show you around the other side. Actually, what I do want to do is paint the base of this, and it's going to be a little bit of a blend between the the two different colours here, because I've already done my brush a couple of times. Let me just use the lighter of the two. This one here. I'm just going to shove that around. So we've got 3 drawers that sit right here. So what I'm going to do is paint those drawers in a different colour. I think I'm going to do, because we finished dark up here, I'll do the dark blue at the top. And then because we finished light down here, I'm going to do that light blue just here on the base. And then the drawers, I'm going to do the light blue also, just to make them a stain. But very soon, guys, I'm going to be going over on the Essential Stencil page at 11 a.m. our time. Ooh, now this is another bit that I forgot about. So in here there's just a little tiny ledge. So that what that shows me is that possibly when the drawers go in, I'm going to see that edge there. So I'm going to need to paint that as well. So just a little tip for you. Just make sure you're watching those bits there.
That's a good detail I hadn't thought of.
Yes, and this is obviously blended a little bit more than what it had on the side. That's looking a lot whiter on that side, and it's just this blue paint. I'm going to get a new brush. Running out of brushes here. But lucky I've got some good ones. Okay, we're using this little Stelmeister brush here and just...
Lisa wants to know, is that the name of the company or just...
Yes. No, well, yes. I think the paint it was all Unicorn Spit, but I think Michelle is the owner, and so she has, what's the name of the creations? If you go to their website, where I've put the link in the description, you'll be able to see the company there. This particular Unicorn Spit is kind of more of the paint. There you go. There you go. There we go. So I'm just going to get the sides of this here in case we can see that when the drawers come up. That's always a handy tip. And using my blending brush, I'll go back with my larger one with the blue colour just on the top inside here, because I forgot about that bit.
And Rebecca said she's had a gradual release of children back to the world.
Woo.
One Tuesday, one Wednesday, one to
Wow.
today, and the littlest of her at home.
Wow, so,
Awesome.
yep, mine went off today to school. First year of senior, so year 11, off to year 11. All right, so we've done the dark blue here. Now it does, you can see it's darker in here than it is here because it started to dry on here. So we've got a good little lot of blending. Just going to grab this water again, and we're just making some more blending bits. Gosh, can you really even go wrong, guys? Seriously. I think I'm going to wet my computer if I do it that way again.
Technical advice, do not wet the computer.
No, that's correct. We don't want to do that. All right, so, and again, I'm noticing, I don't think we'll see that though, right? I don't think we'll see that. But if you wanted to be particular, you could do that little bit as well. So if you've got any other questions, please let me know. But I'm going to be finishing this off over on the Essential Stencils page, which I will then stencil the 3 little drawers. We're going to be using some stencils there. And guys, if you've never been to Essential Stencils page before, well, they do a giveaway. So, hang on, what number is this? What did I pick up? The top one. So you always number your drawers when you take them out. So we're going to be stenciling some things on here. But yeah, Essential Stencil does giveaways on their lives, and that'll be super fun. So in, what, about 20 minutes? 11 o'clock my time, so wherever that is, I think it's 7 p.m. CST, so if you're in the USA, you can figure that one out. But I would love to see you over there. And I think that's all for now. Thank you so much for joining me. Got any questions? Pop them below. I always jump on the comments later on. But there you go, Unicorn Spit Gel Stain, and I will show you the finish of this on a blog post soon. If you haven't jumped on my blog, it's irestorestuff.com. Lots of tips and tricks and painting, furniture painting videos on my YouTube channel as well. So I'll catch you at one of those places, or join me on Instagram for behind the scenes stories, etc., etc. Thank you so much for watching today, and bye for now.